Hi guys! So today I have a process video for you using the May June Quirky Kit Beautific. This page is called Revision and I've just written on it some of my favourite revision tips. And before I made the layer, I actually made a list in my traveller's notebook. So I just chose 10 of them. And I decided to make a pie chart layout. So I started by finding the center of my 12 by 12 because of course I wanted a lovely and nicely centered circle, I guess. And then I bring out my compass. It's getting pretty mathy at this point. No, it's not. I just estimated, obviously. And because I don't have a silhouette, this whole process took quite a lot longer for me than I imagine it would have for anyone who had one. So, yeah. Pie chart layouts aren't my idea. I don't know whose idea they were, but there are quite a few of them around. I thought it made sense because they're kind of linked to studying, I guess, and obviously this layout was about studying. So first I drew out the segments, and the segments don't really mean anything. I just didn't want them to all be exactly a tenth of the circle. 36 degrees angle for those of you who like to be precise. And I'm just showing you how I cut out each little segment. I set my compass to the radius of the circle, and I just drew an arc, and then I kind of measured how big it would be, but it didn't have to be exactly right because I wanted it to be a bit of an imperfect pie chart anyway. And there it is finished. Yeah, I did the whole fast forwardy thing again. So first I had to decide where to put my photo, and once I did that, I glue all of them down. So while I do that, I'll just tell you what I wrote because you might not be able to see in the later photos. They're kind of stupid, so forgive me. I like to drink ginger beer when I'm really tired of revising. It just kind of gives me energy. Obviously, ginger beer, non-alcoholic ginger beer. I don't recommend studying while drunk. Secondly, no distractions, so putting your phone out of sight and stuff. After exams, I like to go on Twitter to look at how people did rather than the student room, because it seems to me that people in student room are generally quite smart, whereas Twitter you get a whole variety of people, so it does make you feel more confident about the exam, perhaps giving you false hope. I don't know. I also think past papers are essential, sometimes more important than knowing the facts themselves. Well, depends which exam, I guess. Talking to family, so by that I mean kind of teaching other people what you just revised so you know it. That's a common tip that everyone says you should do. Tying up my hair. Because I get distracted by my hair, so during exams and while studying, I had to have it tied up. Making a clear schedule because that kind of thing really motivates me. If you're a planner sort of person, I imagine that would motivate you too. Don't put my life on hold, so I kept going to dance classes and stuff like that. Inventive methods. You can see in the photo I made a history timeline on my whiteboard, and I would rub it out and rewrite it over and over. And finally, condense and highlight, and that's something I did over the whole year just to make notes that and it just kind of meant that I had less information to learn because I discarded anything that wasn't on the specification, and anything that was in like textbooks and stuff that were kind of repeated unnecessarily. It just made things a lot easier for me. So here I'm starting to layer behind my photo, and I didn't really want pattern papers behind my photo because obviously there's loads of patterns already on the page, so I just laid up some white copy paper. That's a technique I used in another recent layout, so I'm enjoying that look recently apparently. And then I either oh well, we'll find out what I do. The cardboard popping up the photo trick there, standard. If you haven't done it, then I recommend it, especially if you're too cheap to buy foam like me. No, I'm kidding, but those little foam squares can be kind of a waste. Sorry, I just had a drink of water. My throat is kind of sore. But it has been really gorgeous weather in the UK recently, which is lovely, of course. Sorry about there was nothing happening in my video there. Oh, it looks like I'm going to do the title. So as I said before, my title is just revision, and the only letter stickers I had with enough letters were the ones in the kit, so I had to use them. But luckily, obviously, they came in the kit, so they look fine. So I used a mixture of the navy colour dipped ones and the white colour dipped ones, and a mixture of orientations as well, just because I wanted to be fun. And I kind of had it curving round the pie chart on the opposite side to my photo to balance it a bit. And perhaps I should have used wax paper or something, but as long as you don't press them down, the chipboard stickers come up quite easily, so I thought it would be alright. I just press them all down, and I believe my S needed a bit more gluing, so I'm just adjusting that with my very professional Pritt stick. And I know I'm going to put hearts in the middle, but I do that later. In the meantime, I put down some of the washi strips from the kit. I used both of navy. I thought I needed something a bit darker behind my photo, that's why I went with navy. And now I'm going to write out my little captions, and I don't do it on camera, but I'm just telling you, I'm going to write it on the paper, then cut it out, and then stick it all around. And there it is. You can kind of see it here. I've already read them all out, so it doesn't really matter that you can't see them. Sorry, it was very blue there. I remember it was a blue sort of day, because all of my photos came out blue as well. Maybe my camera was just in a mood. Not even my camera, my phone. So I used an arrow die cut to kind of go around the circle. I thought that'd be kind of fun. I quite like that look. Pardon me. It was just a cough, but still. I tried to Pritt stick down the acrylic heart, and that really didn't work. I had to use hot glue, obviously. And now I'm choosing what die cuts to put behind my photo. I decided to use a coffee cup because I figure there's not many times I'm going to use a coffee cup, and I mentioned ginger beer in my journaling, which is a drink, and that's enough of a link for me, to be honest, to use a coffee cup. And I use an orange one because it has the handle on the right side, and I didn't like the green one. And then I get a little yellow ginghamy circle as well, because layering is fun. And I'm almost at the end of the layout now. I just need to add a few Nouveau drops. I think it's called bubblegum pink, even though it's actually more of a baby pink. Maybe it's called baby pink. I don't know. You're gonna see my hair quite a lot. Oh no! First, I'm splattering with gold splatters. How could I forget? And I kind of do it in the opposite diagonal to the one that I already have stuff, just because those corners were looking quite blank. And I thought the whole layout was just looking a bit too tidy for how I was feeling that particular day. Oh, my throat is really quite sore. Too much voiceovering, even though it's only been 9 minutes. It's far, far too much. So that was just showing you. I try to use up my scrap paint in a junk journal, but I never do anything on top of the scrap paint, so it's kind of pointless. Anyway, there's the Nouveau drops. I just did a light scattering. I'm still very much a fan of the Nouveau. I recommend A+. Bien bien. And there we go, this is the end. So stay tuned for close-ups. I'm going to link crafty templates where you can subscribe to Quirky Kits down below. You will also be able to find my Instagram and my Pinterest if you want to check them out. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!